Okay, dude. So this video is going to be about how to represent irrational numbers. So this exercise is all about how to represent irrational numbers on a number line. For example, if you have irrational numbers like 2, 3, 4, yeah, it is very easy to represent them on a number line like 0, 1, 2, 3, and this is how you represent 1, this is how you represent 2, and this is how you represent 3. Yes, but if you want to represent irrational numbers like root 5 on a number line, you need to means go a bit extra, means you need to take a few more steps to represent root 5 on a number line, and you need to use a bit of geometry to represent root 5 on a number line. Now what are the steps to do that? Okay, so the first question says that represent root 5 on a number line. Okay, so we will do that only. First let me write down root 5. Yes, your first step is to express it as a sum of two perfect squares. Yeah, now what do I mean by sum of two perfect squares? Like root 4 is a perfect square because you get 2 from it. Root 36 is a perfect square because you get 6 from it. Yes, root 1 is a perfect square because you get 1 from it. So this root 5, you need to express it as sum of two perfect squares. Yes, so root 5 you will have to write it as root 4 plus root 1. Root 4 is a perfect square because it gives you 2, and root 1 is a perfect square because it gives you 1. Yes or no? Yes. Now what is root 4? Root 4 is 2. Yes. What is root 1? Root 1 is 1. Okay, so you need to represent this 2 and this 1 on the number line. So represent these two numbers, 2 comma 1. Okay, you need to represent this on a number line. Okay, so I am showing you how to do it. So you are to represent 2 and 1 on a number line. So see, so you draw the number line over here. Yes, you are representing 2, so you will start from 0. Yes, and exactly 1 centimeter apart. Oh, this goddamn bird. Yeah, wait for a few minutes too. Okay, dude. So this is your 0. Yes, exactly 1 centimeter away you are drawing a 1. Yes, and you are measuring it with the scale. Exactly 1 centimeter away you are making your 1, and another centimeter away you are making your 2. So this 2 should be exactly 2 centimeter away from 0. Okay, I hope you have understood. Then you are going to draw perpendicular means you are going to take the protractor and draw a 90-degree angle over here. Yes, no need of marking it as 90 degree. So you have already represented the you have already represented this 2 on the number line. Yes, you have already brought it up till 2 and drawn a perpendicular over here, means you have already represented the 2 on a number line. Now you will represent the 1. How will you represent the 1? You will put your compass over here. Yes, put your compass at this 2 and make a 1 centimeter mark over here. Yes, and then you are going to draw a line. Yes, so this line which you have drawn just now, this hypotenuse, this is your root 5. Okay, but the question is that they have asked you to express root 5 on a number line, and this hypotenuse, it's not on a number line. Yes, it's just a hypotenuse of a triangle. Yes, so still you have one more step to go. Okay, so what is that one extra step which you need to do now to represent this root 5 on a number line, rather than just being a hypotenuse like this? You are going to place your compass at 0. Okay, so you are going to place your compass at 0. You are going to this thing, take the radius as, suppose this is 0, this is b, suppose this point is suppose b. You're going to take the radius as, let this be o, yes, and this is b, yes. You're going to take the radius ob, yes, you're going to take the radius ob, and then put marks like this, until it comes down to this number line. Okay, and the place where the compass hits the number line, the place where this dotted line hits the number line, this is your root 5. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Let's do one more sum like this, which is not there, which is not there in your exercise maybe. Yes, root 10. Let's express root 10 on a number line. So root 10, first step, it is to express root 10 as two perfect squares. Yes, so we will write it as root 9 plus root 1. Yes, root 9 it is 3, and root 1 it is 1 only. Yes, so now we will move on to the number line. So the numbers to remember are 3 and 1. Okay, so the numbers to remember are 3 and 1. Let's draw a number line. First you take a 0, exactly 1 centimeter away you take a 1, exactly 2 centimeter away you take a 2, and exactly 3 centimeter away from 0 you take a 3. Yes, so at 3 you draw a perpendicular with your protractor. Yes, then you have already represented 3 on the number line, you need to represent 1. So what do you need to do? You need to put the compass over here, yes, at 3, and cut off a 1 centimeter arc. Yes, then you're joining this O and this one, let's mark it as B. You're joining OB. Yes, then you're taking your compass, putting the compass at O, taking the radius OB. Yes, and then you are bringing it out like this, bringing it down like this on the number line. The place where this compass hits the number line, that is your root 10. Okay, so now we will move on to the next sum. Oh, this root 10, it was already there. Yes, this root 10 was there only. Yes, so now we will move on to sum number 2. Locate root 3 on the number line. Yes, so how will you locate root 3 on the number line? So root 3, the problem with root 3 is that it can't be expressed as a sum of two perfect squares. Yes, so you need to write root 3 as root 2 plus root 1. Okay, because this root 2 is not a perfect square, but we need to deal with it in a different way, because there is no other way of writing root 3. Okay, so now finally it becomes root 2 plus 1. Yes, now the thing is that, now what about root 2? So now the number line which I am going to draw, first I need to represent this root 2, then I can go ahead with representing root 3. Yes, so root 2 I can express it as sum of two, I can express it as sum of two perfect squares, root 1 plus root 1, yes or no, which is 1 plus 1. Yes, so first let's represent root 2 on a number line. Yes, so first this is the number line 0, 1, 2. Yes, since root 2 is equal to 1 plus 1, so I will take this, I'll draw a perpendicular over here. Yes, I'll cut off 1 centimeter over here, because is 1 plus 1, root 2 is 1 plus 1. Yes, so now I will join this. Okay, so this hypotenuse over here is my root 2. Now let's come to representing root 3. Root 3, what was it? It was root 2 plus 1. Yes, so I have my root 2 now. Yes, so let's draw a perpendicular over here. Yes, you need to draw perpendicular over here at root 2 like this. Yes, then you need to cut off a 1 centimeter over here, because sorry, then you need to cut off a 1 centimeter over here, because root 3 is equal to root 2 plus 1. Yes, and then you join this, so this is your root 3. Yes, now put the compass at O, take the measurement till here, suppose this is B, take the radius as OB. Yes, and bring it down like this. Yes, on the number line, the place where you hit, that is your root 3. Okay, so now we move on to the next sum. Next sum is root 8. Root 8 is another easy one. Root 8 is equal to root 4 plus root 4. Yes or no? Yes. So 2 plus 2. So you need to take a number line 0. Suppose 2 is over here. Then you need to draw perpendicular. Mark 2 centimeter over here. Yes. Join it, make the hypotenuse. Then bring down the compass like this on the number line. There's no problem with this. Okay, so the next sum says represent root over of 4.7 geometrically on a number line. Okay, so we need to represent, wait, we need to represent root over of 4.7. We need to represent root over of 4.7 geometrically on a number line. Okay, so what will we do? First you will draw a straight line. Yes, you will mark 4.7 centimeter over here. Yes, you will mark 4.7 centimeter over here. Okay, so then you have drawn this 4.7 centimeter. Then you are supposed to find out the midpoint. Okay, you are supposed to find out the midpoint of this 4.7. How will you find out the midpoint? Yes, so what is half of 4.7? So 4.7 divided by 2 is equal to 2.35. So 2.35, this 35 is difficult, 35 is difficult to plot, so you will just plot 2.3. Okay, so you will take 2.3 centimeter and mark the midpoint of 4.7 centimeter. Then from there you will take the radius and draw a semicircle over here. Yes, then from this point, suppose this is A and this is B. Yes, then from point B you are marking 1 centimeter away. Okay, you are marking 1 centimeter away from point B. Yes, and then you draw perpendicular. This is important. Once exactly 1 centimeter away from point B, you draw perpendicular like this. Yes, then you suppose this is point D. Okay, this point is D. Now you take the radius as D, you take the radius DE. Okay, take your compass, take the radius DE and bring it down like this. Yes, so the point where it meets the line, that is your root over of 4.7. Okay, in the same way you're doing root over of 10.5 as well. You're drawing a 10.5 centimeter long line. Yes, you are identifying the midpoint of it. Yes, you're drawing a semicircle. Yes, then you're drawing something. Then suppose this is B, this is A. You're taking exactly 1 centimeter away from B. You're making a perpendicular. Yes, from there you take, suppose this is C and this is D. So you take CD as a radius and bring it down over here on the line. That is the representation of root over of 10.5 on the number line. Now you have this represent 1 plus, so sorry, Number 7, root over of 7.28. It's the same way which you're doing it in the same way in which you did the previous two sums. Yes, so there's no problem with that. Okay, dude. So the next sum says represent 1 plus root over of 9.5 on a number line. Okay, so 1 plus root over of, till now you were getting only means single numbers, 7.28, 10.5, 4.7. Now you have got something like 1 plus root over of 9.5. So first we will represent this root over of 9.5 geometrically, and then I'll tell you what to do with this one. Okay, so let's go to the blackboard. So where you take a 9.5 centimeter long line. Yes, you suppose this is the 9.5 centimeter long line, this is the center. You do the same thing, you draw a semicircle. Yes, and exactly 1 centimeter away from B you draw a perpendicular. Yes, from this perpendicular you bring down the compass like this. This is your 9.5, like this point, like let's mark this point as C. This is your 9.5, but they haven't asked you to represent root over of, so they haven't asked you to represent root over of 9.5. They have asked you to represent 1 plus root over of 9.5. So what will you do? This is your 9.5, C is your 9.5, like a root over of 9.5. You will go 1 centimeter ahead. You will take a measurement of 1 centimeter and mark point D over there. That is your 1 plus root over of 9.5. Understood?